What's up, everyone? It's Goose. Let's go over the Walrus Audio Eris 5-state distortion pedal. Also, I love national parks, so I got the National Park Edition. I've never been to Arches, but I want to go one day. All right, before we get started, I don't know how YouTube algorithms work, but if you like what you see on this channel and if you like this review, please consider hitting the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for that. So I don't know a lot about Walrus Audio. This is the first pedal I've ever gotten from them. It's kind of cool. It has 5 different distortion modes, and they all sound really different. So that's kind of cool. It's like you have almost like 5 preamps in a pedal. I feel like all of them are usable for certain genres too. So today I think we're going to go through all the modes and see what kind of riffs work for each mode. My signal chain is this Ibanez RGD71AL with Fusion Edge pickups in them, into the Plumes, into the Eris, into the GT1000 natural amp, just a clean amp in the GT1000 with some blended Dietzel IRs from Ownhammer. What's kind of cool about this pedal is that you can blend a little bit of your clean signal in, but for these demos, I'm going to first show you all the modes, and then I'm going to show you how much I would blend in the clean and which one of these I prefer for my kind of playing. And yeah, let's go. Where's the manual? So the first mode is LED hard clipping. Let's see how it sounds. Alright, so that mode actually sounds really modern to me. I would use it for some stuff from the era of like Killswitch Engage or even some Lamb of God. Let's go to mode 2. Mode 2 is silicon hard clipping. So mode 2 sounds more kind of classic, almost 80s, not quite as thrash metal. So stuff like Iron Maiden or even some Ozzy, I think that would sound really good through this. Alright, so mode 3 is interesting because it is both mode 1 and 2 put together. So let's see how that goes. I think mode 3 is really good for those riffs where you're strumming through the strings of a chord like individually. I think whatever blending they're doing with the hard clippings just makes it feel so much more articulate through the strings. And so this mode is, I think it'd be really good for that, personally. I think what's cool is if you engage a boost in front of it, you get back that crunchy, fast riff tone that you would get in like Mastodon songs as well. Let's move into mode 4. This one is LED hard clipping with deeper mid cut. Alright, so that actually sounds really good for like 80s thrash metal. I think, though, I wouldn't use this without a boost. I think the low end gets kind of flubby. I haven't actually mentioned it until now, but I don't touch the treble or bass knobs on this too much. I actually think they're very, very good for each mode, right at 12 or a little bit below 12. If you turn the bass down and disengage the boost, it feels really thin to play. It kind of doesn't feel very good to play, so I would recommend keeping the bass roughly around noon. All right, last mode. Let's go to mode 5. This is rhythm mode with silicon hard clipping with a deeper mid cut. Alright, this last mode I actually think sounds really good for like punk rock. Anything from Suicidal Tendencies to Sum 41. I think it actually works really well for that. I think it's because it has that like scooped character from like the thrash metal, but with a bit more articulation, which kind of feels kind of punk rock to me. I don't know. You guys could disagree. With 4 and 5, the more deeper scooped modes, I think they would be better with a boost. I don't like the low end when you get there, but if you put a boost in front of it, it sounds really, really good. It actually sounds very close to kind of what I was going for with those riffs. Alright, so one last thing. I want to kind of show you my favorite setting for this. I actually would put the blend knob slightly up, just very slightly. And then I would put the bass at about 1 o'clock, treble about 11, and I'd actually use mode 1. My boost is engaged, and so here we go. Yeah, that's probably my favorite mode. I actually think this does really well. For what it is, I get 5 almost different kind of flavors of eras of music. Eras. Is that where they got the name eras from? One thing to note, I didn't actually have to adjust the gain too much. At 12, it sounds just right to me. I think if you add more gain, it actually kind of feels a little too much. And then if you have less gain, this is a distortion pedal. It doesn't really do very well without the gain there. So I think with the settings at noon, especially for all modes, the fact that all the modes are matched for the settings is insane to me. That's actually really cool because usually you go to different modes, you have to adjust different things, and this pedal just kind of handles it all for you. The one thing I just wish is that there would be a way for me to switch between the different like channels here without using the knob itself, but there's not really going to be that many situations where I need that, so I think that's okay. I had originally wanted to do a shootout with this pedal and the Rev G3 as well as the Dietzel VH4, whereas I think the Dietzel and the Rev are trying to be more of a preamp solution. This is definitely trying to be more of a distortion pedal, and I don't think comparing them would be quite as fair. I might slip something in there if I do that comparison, but we'll see. That's going to do it for me. Subscribe and like if you liked the video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.